There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Packers at 7-2 here on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And they were a bit fortunate last week having to gut out a 1-point victory, so they definitely have some room for improvement here. But that type of a win leads them to believe that they can get much better in the future.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Etienne bringing in another one. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here's Stafford. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So the decision to throw out that challenge flag, a good one, as they'll get credited with a completion. Now Stafford, he's going to change things up.
Double right.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Etienne once more. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Stick from the gun. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. It's Eckler again. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Those defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now Stick. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taylor now to return it. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They're going to go play action now with Stick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. These guys running back out of the backfield. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Eckler. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Eckler again. And once again, he's going to be pushed backwards. This time back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Stick back to pass. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Stick looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now goal for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Taylor now returning it. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll throw on second down as Stick. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stick looking to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. The Charger drive about to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now, and they're going to speed things up here. Off play action, it's Stick. Flush to his right.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On third down, it's Stick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And his kick here is good.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
But we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Once more, here's Eckler. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That was all Preston Smith. Navigating into the backfield, he gets the tackle for loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A shotgun throw for Stick. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, so not letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So given 2 yards there on the completion, and now it's 3rd and 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
To throw is Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. This one brought in by Jefferson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
2nd and 9.
Throwing is Stafford. It's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. Still going. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
Oh, man. Disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there. Doing all he can to get to the pylon. And he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there. Going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Chargers 3.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Now they send a man in motion right. Etienne is in. Touchdown, Packers. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Taylor now from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Alexander Johnson, the one to drop him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. In motion left, Bateman. On 2nd down, Eckler. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, it's Stick. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. What a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
In motion right goes Reed. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They snap it to Stafford. Touchdown, Packers!
Travis Etienne.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Packers add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
Gold to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Next to score, Packers 31, Chargers 3. Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Charger drive about to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stick from the gun.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 3rd down, they'll throw with Stick. And that would be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Stick looks to throw it again.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 1st and 10, Stick.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They're going to go play action now with Stick. This will be caught at about the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On fourth down, here's Stick. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Stafford going to change it up here.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that led.